It's politics, it's influence, it's healing, it's pride. It's asking who will save us if we don't save ourselves, because it's really coming from inside of us. It makes families, it breaks families. It's passion over crumbs. It's only 2% of artists that really make money just off music. It's passion over crumbs. You dig? It's breadwinners. It's global compliance. It's local struggle. And by the way, I just made up that stat, but you know what I mean. Ladies and gentlemen, this is music. And for all my brand client guys, I don't make up stats. That's what I just made it up. You know, we chill too. Yeah? Don't bring that guy in the board. And tonight, we want to make music safe. Because for too long, music hasn't been safe. Not for families, not for business, and not even for musicians themselves. To make it safe, we must create our own rules. And rules only come with one thing, with ownership. Tonight is not about launching another music service. Tonight is day one of owning our systems, our data, our automation, our content, and using that ownership to write our rules. Here's the truth. The way fans engage with artists, the way brands engage with music, it's shaped by global systems we don't own. I mean, we only created piano, kwaito, mzwako, Afropop, Afro house. Yet, we're still not good enough to make the rules. But I want you to imagine a different world today. Imagine a world where we build the systems. We gather the musicians and the audiences like a stokvel for fans. So because we are doing this, our fans are the stokvel. You understand? Our fans are a stokvel. Because if we owned it, that's what we call them. It's stokvel. It's stokvel. You dig? But you don't own it. It's a stream count. Ask us. We partner with brands and negotiate on terms that we agree to. And I'm saying us and the brands agree to, because it's not always us negotiating with the brands. True? True. Don't worry, I've also do my ad-libs. We negotiate music licenses that serve us. Our families can access our revenue when we're gone. Imagine this world. Together we invest in industries beyond music, owning more of the economy. Can I just say, if you literally, even the artists that are not like the best performing artists, if you put together some of the artists that are actually putting together some of the streams, we are the guys that make most passive income as black people in a community that probably most times we don't even use. And that means that, you know what people do with passive income? They invest it in companies that scale in the world. This is why they keep on telling you music is not important. Because if you guys could understand the power of it, then you start seeing what collective means, right? So that's the vision that I have. Imagine that. But I don't want to talk vision and I don't want to complain without giving you guys a reality. This is our reality today. We spent 6 years building a digital music system, 6 years. We've been to London, Germany, Amsterdam. We've been misled, misunderstood. We've literally listened to people's accents in different countries. And we're like, but if it was a black guy speaking like this, we're gonna laugh at them. Why are these guys making us angry? We've gone everywhere to get to this point. I mean, Sipo, Lerato, we've literally been on the road, right? But today we own a system that, let me just say, we own the direction of the system because we're not there fully. So we literally own the direction of the system that allowed us to create control. Today, where we are, remember I said imagine this world, so I'm giving you a status of where we are. Today we've got music that's been engaged over 500 million times, right? This music can be used as inventory. Now what we've done, if you think of like music distribution as in the way of the Western, you'll think of it like the way of the Western. But if you think of it like a stock fair, that means a couple of artists, we've come together, and together we've literally gotten our content to be engaged over 500 million times. Okay, what does that mean? That means we can now use this content as inventory. Okay, inventory, it means that we could use this content as ad space with our rules. But we cannot do it individually, because when we do it individually, there's a bigger company called, you know that company. But when we do it together, we literally just decommission their advertising and we say, hey, brand X, speak with us directly. You can't do that without a stock fair. You know? So you call it music distribution, I call it soul stock fair. And with our catalog, I mean, why should brands go overseas for music when we have the sound and we have the talent? Now, I've told you that our music has been engaged over 500 million times, but we got close to 1,200 songs. There are ad agencies that are sitting there saying, let's get library music that sounds like a bit like Afro, that sounds like a bit like this. But we got the library. If you don't have the control, how are you going to empower the community, right? So essentially, we got 1,200 songs that are ready for ads and syncs that literally we can negotiate. And you can negotiate with us because I'm sure the artists would be able and open to hear your offer. Because currently when you are talking about music, what are they telling you? They're telling you that it's this, it's this, it's this, and the artist doesn't even know. That artist doesn't even have a cent. And they've shut down the usage of his music because the artist doesn't make the rules. And here's the safety part. And I really say this from a very personal place where I've got a friend of mine who's passed away, and you know, his music has been released on streaming platforms. It was also on, as the world changed. But I can't even tell my friend's family who they should speak to go get his royalties. I mean, I don't know myself who they need to speak to because we're not in control. But immediately when you're in control, we now have a system where you just put it in your hand and you whisper. If you don't have a will, tell somebody. Maybe do get a will. Tell somebody the password to my music distribution platform is 1234. If something happens to you, anyone in your family can get this money every month. And because I never got the permission to ask this today with everything I've been doing, but I won't name a name, but I'm part of a trust of one of the artists that passed away. You know, that artist till this day is making money off royalties because we literally built a trust for his daughter. I mean, by the time the daughter's done, the money's probably gonna be hitting millions. No, 8 million, you know, let me not exaggerate. But all I'm just saying, that's money that's sitting for an artist that's passed away. And if we never did that, that money was gonna end up anywhere else. It was gonna end up in what they claim, there's a word for it, for money that's not claimed. It was gonna end up there. How many families are talking about their kids who used to, and they were, but they don't have anything to show? It's happening. As much as I say there's 2% of artists that live off money, but there's a lot of money in music that artists get over time gradually, you know? And on top of that, I must say royalties are passive income. And if we pull them together, we can invest in businesses and really build generational wealth. But we cannot do that if all the time we're giving our content, and we give it our content where people's mandate is to only get it out to a distribution platform. My mandate is not to get your music on a distribution platform. My mandate is, how are we uplifting ourselves? How are we coming together? So we think beyond music because we want more for ourselves, and we hope that you also want more for yourself too. You know, Sabi said we always throw down the ladder downstairs. Saying, Sly is a DJ. We throw down the ladder. We take down the elevator. That's it. We take down the elevator. But the problem with many artists, they want you to go down the elevator and literally pull them into the elevator and press the button. No, we take down the elevator so you can go find button number 1, floor 5, or 3. You understand? Independence is having a vision for yourself, but true independence is having a collective vision that has an impact in the community. That's majorly independent. We're fighting against being the old people who stuck in their ways because they think they've done it all, and the young people who've earmarked their success based on how the older generation does their things. When the old people simply plateau to limits of the systems that they don't own, and the young people only reach the illusion of new heights from a system that has a new plateau, they yet to discover that they also don't own it. I'm telling you now, there's nothing that has changed. The systems keep on shifting in the same hands. Whether you are saying that you are in a vinyl, the same company that literally was selling vinyls is got some equity in some kind of digital thing. It keeps moving to the same hands. Same hands. And then we keep on saying, well, why are the problems never changing? Because, it's the same hands, The one thing I want to close with is that music brings people together, but we need to decide what to do with that togetherness. If you've ever asked yourself what's wrong with music, with the music industry, the problem isn't just the fact that we want to own the masters. The problem is that we don't want to own the master plan. And tonight with SOLDistro, we want to own that. So let's join us and let's be great in every aspect as we proceed.